and I was in a medicine ceremony. I was in a San Pedro ceremony and at the altar with the medicine and weeping and crying that my brother was, these were my words. My brother is a drug addict and it's killing me. Those were my words.
Wow. And
my teacher, George Bertelstein, looked at me and he said, I'm sorry, what? And I'm very dramatic. I'm like, And he's like, no, it's not killing you. It's killing him. Get clear about that. And then if you are lucky enough to experience someone that you love dying, loss it's a portal for vulnerability. And it is a necessary contrast to love. The bigger the loss, the bigger the love.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Love, Loss, and Hallucinations. As you might tell from my voice, I was recovering from a cold this week, making it a little extra sexy for everyone out there. Be sure to like, comment, and share this podcast if any of it resonates with you, and let's just jump straight into it. Words. And today I am really excited and happy to have Erika Wright as my guest. Hello, Erika.
Hello, Scott.
Erika has been a codependency counselor for 4 years, where she helps clients recognize how systemic forces have shaped their relationship patterns across generations. I feel like that
wording.
Yeah, I don't know where I got that, but
I love it.
I ripped it off your website.
Yeah, that's good.
So yeah, it feels like that might have a little bit to do with love and loss and all sorts of good stuff. And then also she has a podcast series titled Healing Codependency with Erika Wright. She has been a ceremony officer in the Medicine Path Native American Church. That went on for like 14 years.
That was a long time. Yeah, that was like 11, 12, 13 years, something like that. Yeah.
Amazing. And we'll get to that for sure. And she now co-leads medicine ceremonies under the name Made of Stars. She's also a mother with 2 beautiful children. Daughters. Yes. 2 beautiful daughters.
So they say.
They say
they are that right now.
All right, that's fair.
Yeah.
Well, I think to start, I'm just curious if you can tell everyone what do you mean by codependency?
Yeah. Okay, so for me, when you look up the definition online, it has sort of outgrown what it has become, right? So I think in its most reduced, simplest form, it's manipulation and control of either your own feeling states or the manipulation and control of other people's feeling states, which has been at play in various forms for a really long time, right?
Yeah.
So, just in the United States of America, the entire country as we know it now, government, et cetera, was founded on the manipulation and control of people's feeling states. One, to have a certain group of white people in power and to take everyone that isn't white and turn them powerless, right? So So
you're controlling these people you want powerless by controlling their feeling states.
Yeah, that's right. And also, in that their rights, what they are allowed to do, what they're not allowed to do, while also keeping white people very comfortable, very checked out, very much participating at this point now in a lot of systems of oppression that actually affect them too, right? Because it's like we're really learning. I feel like one of the things that's really beautiful about the chaos and upset and, undeniability of the old oppressive forces is it really gives people an opportunity to get clear on how they have been manipulated also.
Can you give an example of that?
White people's relationship with comfort.
Oh, go deeper.
Yeah. So what, our ability to pick and choose what we expose ourselves to, okay? And then also all of the things in our world and our culture that are meant to distract us. I'm upset, so I'm going to binge Netflix for however long. I don't like this, so I'm going to drink booze. It's like, I don't want this, so I'm going to eat my feelings. I don't like that, so I'm going to buy a bunch of shit to control my, it's like that's the way capitalism, consumerism, really offers us at every turn to not feel the feelings we would prefer not to feel. Whereas other people who are not white in this country, because they're not in a place of privilege financially, also like socially, they're leaving the house and it's like, well, they might get killed today.
Right.
For none of the reasons that a white person would get killed. So it's just, they have a very different reality.
Yeah.
And all they do is feel the feelings white people would prefer not to feel, like terror, vulnerability, powerlessness, right? And, it's a really interesting time too, because the thing that has become very clear to me as a white woman is how white women basically have been fooled more than anybody to deny themselves in service to the systems that oppress them.
I was going to ask, like, how is it showing up with, say, white women who come in to see you? Like, how does it show up to them on that personal level?
Okay, is that a lot of grooming has occurred for them to look outside of themselves to see if they are lovable, to look outside of themselves to see if they are valuable, to ignore what is true for them, to be able to get external validation and to fit into societal norms, you know?
Right.
And the thing that's really brilliant about this particular place where we are in time right now is like, okay, I'm 52 years old. I was born in 1972. I think I might be one of the very first women in my generation that was not married for property, wasn't traded for some power. Like, I mean, I was born in 1972. I think that's when the pill came out.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like, you couldn't get a bank account without a man's signature, I think, until 1970 something.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just
something that you would not even believe.
Yeah. And then like just the basic choice of being able to get a divorce and have a job. Like, this is a first. This is not, women have not experienced this globally for a long time. It's a nanosecond.
Yeah. So do you feel like, based on that and like this evolution that we are living in the midst of, is this work around codependency, is like, it's this changing environment and women and men really don't know how to like quite navigate it and like change their own perception of how to live within it?
Absolutely. So at its basic core, and I realize I'm making sweeping statements, but fuck it. It's like, most people don't actually know how to have all of their feelings. Okay? So like, let's just get the obvious basics. Men, if they cry, if they're afraid, if they're soft, they're pussies. Women, if they want something for themselves, if they have big feelings and they're angry and they're upset, they're crazy bitches. And it's like, this is what we've been, offered as a belief system.
Yeah.
And what it is it basically is a practice of not being true to yourself. So ultimately, not being authentic. Yeah. So ultimately, a path of non-codependency isn't non-codependency. It's a path of becoming who you really are. Okay? And then the outcome is interdependency. Which is
please define.
A very different thing. Okay, so interdependency is the absence of polarization, the absence of wrong and right, in and out, you love me or you hate me. It's, okay, I am having a human experience, I'm here. I have all of these feelings, all of these visions, all of these truths. I am aware that you are here also, having some version of that.
Yeah.
And that I have an impact on you and you have an impact on me.
Right.
And in between that is a whole bunch of human being stuff. Right?
The human being stuff, yeah.
How can we be in relationship in a good way? Okay, now that in the hetero norm, cisgender normative is just like, well, never before really has a woman had the opportunity to choose or marry for love.
Right.
Never before really has a woman had an opportunity to go, I don't like how you're treating me, and now I'm going to go.
Right. I mean, that's a huge shift.
It's a huge shift.
Yeah.
Right? And never before have we actually had to create skills to learn how to be in relationship, potentially for love. Right? Before it might have been, well, you belong to me and I'm stuck here.
Right.
So, what are we going to do with that instead of like, what would be fulfilling for us?
For both people.
In this.
Yes.
Which is a very different practice. And, part of the systems at play in America is like this idea that you're supposed to come straight out the gate as an expert. It's like you're supposed to know how to be in relationship. Figure it out. And if it's the same thing when you have a kid.
Supposed to learn calculus, but not learn how to be in a relationship.
This is it, right? It's like, and here, you had a baby? Okay, good. Fucking hope you don't kill it. See you later.
Yeah.
And instead of this like, okay, well, how do we learn this new material? Mm-hmm. How do we learn how to be in ourselves and be in relationship at the same time? It's brand new.
Yeah.
We're figuring it out. We're making it up.
It is, totally brand new. Even though, for us, even if 40 years seems like a long time, it's still over the evolution of humanity, very, very new.
It's very new.
And you mentioned at one point, like being in relationship in a good way.
Yeah.
And maybe just expand on that a little bit. Like, how do you see that? Like, what is being in relationship in a good way?
Well, I think in my experience, what I have found is intimacy, which is something every human being is looking for. It's like, there's different words for it. It could be connection. It could be love, blah, blah, blah. Find your word. That actually, the intimacy that we thrive on, okay, comes from vulnerability and transparency. Every time.
Yeah.
I've been really, trying to be aware of this now for decades of just like, okay, the connection that I'm looking for, where is it the most fulfilling, right?
Yeah.
And so there's lots of fake, not fulfilling ways to get it in our culture, like politics, right? We have a bunch of thoughts. We agree. We're on a team. That feels safe.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Or gossip. We have a bunch of thoughts. We say they suck. We're on a team.
Yeah.
That feels safe. Okay. Intimacy is, I am going to tell you something that's true, that's terrifying for me. And in that way, I'm going to open up my heart to you.
Yeah.
And then you're going to receive that. Okay. It's not safe, potentially, but it's the connection.
Yeah.
It's real connection when someone can receive that, or when you do that to yourself, just telling yourself the truth and being loving with yourself is intimacy with yourself.
Yeah.
Or intimacy with
Needing
the world.
It to start with yourself,
yes.
Of course. Yeah.
Yes, always, right?
Always.
And it's so boring and cliche, but unfortunately,
it's true.
It's true, right? It's true.
Yeah.
It's like, and another part of the conditioning that we've received is everything that is your happiness will either be bestowed upon you or you need to go and get it. Yeah, it's the curse of the fucking rom-com.
Curse. Wait, like, go a little more into that. What do you mean, curse of the rom-com?
I grew up watching every Harry Met Sally and Pretty Woman. And the whole story always is I am some kind of woman in some kind of drudgery or some kind of life. And thank God this man, the love of my life, has been bestowed upon me, and now I am fulfilled.
Now you are whole.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that is the narrative.
Yeah.
And it becomes like, oh, everything outside me is what is supposed to make me happy. Never, and I've completely learned to accept myself exactly as I am and love myself. How about, that's a great rom-com. I would like that.
That would be amazing.
Right. Right. So everyone is, groomed to believe.
Right. And then would you say on the man side of that, it's, I have to be the hero. I have to save. No one can save me. I have to do it on my own.
Yes. I am here to fix and do some shit.
Yeah.
Produce.
Yeah.
Right. And I have it all together. If you don't have it all together, you're a loser and you're a failure.
Yep, 100%.
And definitely don't have feelings about it except angry or fine.
Yeah.
And then
angry or fine.
Angry or fine, right? When you have my husband on, that would be
I'm fine.
Yeah. Or I'm furious, and it's just like, okay, but nothing in between. Definitely don't be confused.
No,
don't not know.
Yeah, you can't not know as a man.
Yeah. And it's oppressive. It's a lot of fucking pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of pressure to wait for someone to fulfill your happiness hole, for lack of a better analogy. And it's a lot of pressure.
We're going to copyright that.
To be someone to come fill it.
Yeah.
So no wonder it's all a disappointment when you get in a relationship and you realize, oh, you're just a person.
Yeah.
You're just a person. How disappointing.
What disappointment that is.
That's right.
You're a screwed up person like everyone else.
Like me.
Yeah.
So I guess I have to find my own happiness, and this is what we're learning. It's such a great opportunity.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, huge opportunity. And I'm just curious, like, hearing all this, was there like a defining moment that you're like, I need to like get into this like codependency counseling? Like, was there a moment that just like really electrified it for you?
For sure. Well, my whole life was, and if you listen to the podcast, it's like, oh, here's my life story and how I'm so codependent and why and all these things that happen. But it's literally, it's so insanely not symbolic and totally obvious. And I'm also a Libra, so it's like born, everybody like me. Do you like me yet? Do you like, so it's like, I'm cool. It's a spiritual path, right? It's like, I accept this work and I love this work and it's my joy. And the really pivotal moment for me was, I have this really great husband who definitely has been on a path of non-codependency a lot longer than me. And, my little brother who was the love of, I loved him and he was my tiny baby, even though he wasn't. And I had elected myself to be the savior of his universe. And, and he was living with us during the pandemic and he was struggling with drinking. And my husband was like, it's him or me. Like, get that guy out of my house. Wow. I love him. It's him or me. What are you going to do? And I was like, oh, holy shit.
I mean, that's real.
That is very real.
Very real.
And it really made me, it was so good because it was like, I perform really well under pressure. It's like, I like to wait till the last minute to do everything. And he was just like, I've been asking you nicely and bringing this to you in this certain way for a long time. And like, you can't see it. You just can't even see what you're doing. And I was like, it was that moment of like, oh, I have to choose my happiness. I don't have to. I get to. And then I guess my brother is just going to have to sack up and take care of himself. And I did. And he did.
Wow.
But that was a pivotal moment. And
so hard.
And it was awful. I mean, it was just like my life was ending. It was definitely my life is over. Everything is awful. And then, I was talking to Jeff, my husband, and I was like, why am I fucking plagued? Like, what is my problem? Why am I plagued with this? What am I doing? And I had also like just had a baby, which makes you like, who the fuck am I? And why do I even live other than to be a human food machine? And he was like, well, you're getting really good at it. Like, why don't you just teach people about it? And I was like, oh,
Is that a thing?
And I was like, oh, well, and my go-to is always, well, I didn't go to college and I don't, and he was like, why don't you just do it? Just make it up. It's plagued you your entire life. Like,
so you're an expert. You're an expert.
You're officially an expert. Why don't you just do it? And I was like, okay.
Wow.
So I did. And I have to be honest. Initially, I did it for myself because I was so afraid that I was going to blow up my life again if I didn't get some kind of regular practice going.
So this, like, teaching it was your regular practice.
Yeah,
of,
that's
like,
right.
Self-reminder.
Yes, and everything, and then teaching from my life of everything that I was ashamed of. Everything that I was ashamed of, everything that I didn't want anyone to see, everything that I thought was the worst thing I could have done, and then really noticing, like, oh, that's my whole deal. Is just like that disintegration of the hierarchy of like, well, I'm so much better than you, so let me tell you. Instead of like, oh, I've done that. Yeah. I know exactly how that feels.
Yeah.
And then here's what I found out about it.
Yeah. Opening your heart.
Opening your heart.
Yeah.
Very vulnerable.
Yeah.
You know, telling people the truth about your life, and then that requirement having to be, well, you have to be truthful with yourself. It's like, well, why did I do all the terrible things that I did that were codependent? Yeah. I wanted love. And that's how I knew to get it. And that's how I knew to give it.
Right.
Until I found a better way.
By manipulating people's feelings to get
yes,
love.
That's right. Yeah. And manipulating, lying to myself.
And yourself.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. All manipulation and control.
Yeah. You made one correction or caught yourself on a word a little earlier about the different, and I'm wondering what the difference is between have to choose or get to choose.
Yeah. So for me, codependency was I made up a bunch of rules about my life and myself and everybody else. Here are the rules. The rules are and like, I don't know, being raised Catholic does a real fucking number on you too. Of just like, oh yeah, it is so important that everybody is happy before me, and that will make me a good person, because being selfish is the worst thing you can do. Okay, and being selfish means anything good for you, basically.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So
that is our cultural definition.
Our cultural definition.
Yeah.
So it was actually, here's our segue into the medicine. When I started praying with Wachuma medicine, that the San Pedro was basically like, anything can be however you want it to be, and you don't actually have to do anything, but you get to do anything.
And that's where the get comes from.
Comes from. Yeah. And especially, the San Pedro medicine taught me everything about codependency and non-codependency.
And for those of you out there who don't know what San Pedro is, it's the same as Wachuma.
Yes,
it's a cactus from South America.
Yes.
It's a tall, skinny thing that is a beautiful plant. And
California's number one landscaping site.
Yeah, you can see it all over California.
It's everywhere. And Wachuma is the Quechua word for it.
Yeah.
So I tend to...
But we'll talk more about that. I just wanted to throw that in there.
And it was, it is a master teacher of love.
Yes,
so
it is a heart
basically,
opener.
I would go, with all of these plagues of my life, which were basically me being super codependent and having these, there's this very pinnacle moment where, one of the many times I insisted that my brother come live with me because he had been struggling and he had come to California to go to rehab. Or no, this was before that. I had found out that he was, addicted to drugs. And I was in a medicine ceremony. I was in a San Pedro ceremony and at the altar with the medicine and weeping and crying that my brother these were my words. My brother is a drug addict and it's killing me. Those were my words.
Wow.
And my teacher, George Bertelstein, looked at me and he said, I'm sorry, what? And I'm very dramatic. I'm like, And he's like, no, it's not killing you. It's killing him. Get clear about that.
Wow.
And through, it's like he was the amplification and mouthpiece of what the Wachuma was gently like, and I was like, oh, whoa. And it was a moment of absolute shift.
Wow.
And I think because I was very present with the medicine, also, it's like every cell of my being heard that. And it was brand new information.
Something you never thought, you never considered it before.
Never.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah.
Never. And was always, and that was the beginning of really being able, one, to hear. It's like the medicine took that and ran with it. Ran with it.
Yeah.
And was just like, okay, now that that foundational piece has been covered, now you're ready to learn about love.
Well, love. Let's get into it.
Yeah. Yeah. So, love is a portal of liberation, is what the medicine said. Okay. Which is just like, and here's the both and.
Yeah.
Yes.
Please.
By you having your own life and being completely responsible for yourself while being totally aware that you love your brother so much. It is so humbling. But by doing that, he is free. He's free from you fucking with him and controlling him.
Right.
And then he's also free to find his own way to loving himself. It's like, I could never love that guy enough to get him to love himself, to want to be sober. I fucking tried.
Right. For decades.
And the medicine would be like, trust his life, trust his it is between him and his life. Like,
wow.
Let it go. What are you going to do about yourself? Love yourself, love yourself, love yourself, love yourself. Okay. So like, now it's easy to be like, oh, look, draw the line. He's sober, he's happy, he's doing his thing, he's in love. And I got that from, he couldn't love himself until I let him go.
Wow.
Right?
Such another big, hard lesson to learn.
Yes.
And when you're in it, you're like, that's not going to work.
No.
There's no way that's going to work.
Yes, he is a tiny baby and I have to do his thing, And there was this other, I'll just say this very quick, other medicine moment where when he was on his way to rehab, he had like a bunch of candy by his bed, and I was on my way to a ceremony in the morning, and I went in and I was like, oh, what's going on? And he's like, oh, his back teeth were all rotten because he had not been taking care of himself. And I went to the ceremony and I went to the medicine, again, me being me, and I'm like, oh my God, what am I going to do? Like, medicine, please, what am I going to do? And the medicine said, brush and floss your teeth. And I'm like, what?
What?
That's the teaching.
Yeah.
Brush and floss your teeth. That's what you can do. You can take care of yourself. And, maybe he'll see your shiny, sparkling teeth and get inspired. Exactly. But, like, that's what you can do.
Right.
That's all you can do. And I was like, oh, I think I might be getting it.
And I feel like what we're getting at, or what you're getting at, is something that, I think where our culture gets the whole like selfish thing wrong.
Yes.
Is, not taking care of yourself, always having to give yourself up to other people. That's right. Whereas if you're taking care of yourself and you are your best self, you radiate. That's right. Like a goodness to others.
That's right.
And are better able to help them. Yes. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, and then there's another key to that. That is essential of, not inserting yourself without consent. Would you like some help? And then, the whole softening.
Can you give me an example of that?
Yeah, so there's a softening that again, because we have to be a bunch of experts that are very self-sufficient and can never, because of the grooming and conditioning of white supremacy and capitalism and all that. There is also part of that cult is never ask for help. If you ask for help, you're weak and sad and pathetic.
Yep.
Okay. So it's a lie. Because asking for help is the softening where the vulnerability comes in, where the intimacy can happen. If you will let it.
If you'll let it, yeah.
If you will let it, right? So it was just like, really the great thing about the medicine, okay, is one of the things that it requires is that you ask it for help. So it's like, it's a really great gateway, learning how to ask for help and learning how to soften.
Wow. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Of just, because before I would never have asked anybody for help. A human being?
Never.
No. Why would I do that? I'd be eating alive. I'm from Boston. It's like, this is not what we do. I'll ask you for a cigarette, but I would never ask you for help. I don't smoke anymore. But what I was taught by my teacher, George, was like, part of how the medicine works and why it is so powerful is the alchemical process of you softening and asking it for help.
Was it easier to ask the medicine for help than ask a human?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It was a lot less vulnerable in a different way. Right? Because it's like no one had to see me do it necessarily, but it normalized it. And the payoff was enormous.
Yeah.
It's like, all I have to do is ask you for help and then let you help me. This is it. And I can be happier. Yes. Oh, okay.
Okay.
This is a great deal. What a great deal. Yes, I'll do that.
Yeah.
And then knowing you choose it.
Yeah.
Right? You get to choose it. Because the medicine can be like, here's some help. You'd be like, no, I'm not doing that.
You still have to choose it.
You still have
Which
to
I think
choose
a lot
it.
is where a lot of people go wrong. They go in, they have the big medicine experience.
That's
They're like,
right.
oh my God, my life's changed forever.
That's
but
right.
if you don't choose it and you don't stick with it, it's just going to kind of fade away.
That's right.
Yeah.
And like, what's the point?
Yeah.
Right? So the point for me with San Pedro, it was like, well, what do you want? And it's a good question. It's like, I get to want, what do I want? Well, I want to be happy. Okay, well then your job is to choose that. Even when it's scary.
Yeah.
Even when you're, even when blah, blah, blah. Oh, okay. And then being like, well, I'm afraid if I take that, will it take away from someone else?
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, what are you talking about? Yeah, like, you're such a person, It's like, well, how about if you have that, then you can give more of that.
Right.
You can't give what you don't have.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
I'm just like, I'm loving this. What I'm hearing is, at the beginning you're like, oh, well, I didn't go to college, and that was sort of like a little hiccup for you.
Yes.
But, you had this 14 years of being taught by plant medicine about how to work through codependency.
Yes.
So, yeah,
definitely.
For people who haven't done it, they're probably like, well, how does that make you an expert? And it makes you an expert.
That's right. Yeah, you will be changed.
Yeah.
And it's impossible to put, and I don't know, now science has got its old thing in it and there's blah, 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 and maybe that will be a thing. But it's just like, I think it comes from that yearning of wanting. I just want more love. I want to give more love. I want to receive more love. And I will do whatever it takes to do that.
And is that still your want now?
Always, yes.
Always.
I think that's actually my prayer for my life. It's just, it never fails. And it does, I think it's the blanket of the happiness is just the point for me is the love.
Yeah.
That's the point.
So how does that show up now with your husband and your daughters, let's say, since that's...
Yeah, so how that shows up, I have a 5-year-old and a 7-year-old and a really great husband. And the reality is all of that oftentimes is extremely miraculous and wonderful and also incredibly annoying and inconvenient. So how that shows up for me is all of those things exist all of the time. And my feelings are not the organizing principle of my life. So if I'm aggravated because my kid is being annoying, it's a facet in my life, which is all about the love. So it's like, this is an annoying point of my incredibly loving life. I love this kid more than anything. And yeah, I want to throw her out the window, but I don't care. I don't care how I feel about that. I care about the love.
The love.
Yeah, this is everything I ever prayed for. So, a lot of times folks think their feeling states, well, if I'm aggravated, then that means something. And I'm like, yeah, I'm aggravated, and it means that I'm aggravated. And then my life is
It doesn't
my
mean
life.
anything bigger.
No,
You're just aggravated in the moment.
Yes,
and
it's aggravated.
It is what it is.
That's right.
Yeah.
And it's not a problem.
Yeah.
Because none of my feelings are a problem. It's like, oh, there are my feelings, and then there's my prayer for my life, which is more love. So then in that moment, I'll be reminded, yeah, but you have this love thing, which is like, you are really annoying, and my God, I love you so much.
Do you have any like little tricks you do for yourself, or little approaches to like kind of tap into that love in those moments? Because that's hard, you're frustrated and like to like
yeah.
get through
So
that.
the love piece comes in is I don't give myself a hard time about my capacity, where sometimes I can be like, I'm being a great mom right now. You're really annoying, and look at me being a great, gentle parenting mom. And then other times I'm like, what the fuck, And with myself, the love piece is, you're doing all right, you know, good job.
Yeah.
And take it easy, and accepting myself.
Yeah.
As a really great, gentle parenting mom, or a full 70s mom. I just 70s mom that shit. Like, wow, okay. Good job, you. It's all impossible.
It's all impossible.
It's the self-love.
Yeah.
And then with my husband, always reminding myself, it's like, oh yeah, I'm going to let that guy love me. I'm going to let that guy love me.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to let that guy love me. That is my prayer. I am going to let that guy love me, which sometimes, I'm just like, why are you staring at me? I feel ugly. What is happening? Did you make any money today? What are you going to pick the kids up? What's going on? And then I remember, it's like, here comes the love prayer. I'm feeling all those feelings. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. I'm going to let you love me. It scares the shit out of me.
Why?
I don't know. Because I don't know. Because it's a lot. It is a lot of love coming at me when I'm not ready or prepared. But that's okay, because this is my prayer of just like, oh my God, you love me so much and I'm not a problem.
Oh, that just gave me chills.
I'm trying to take that.
And just side note, Jeff, her husband, has a presence. I mean, he's a big guy,
Big guy.
he also has
he's intense.
a freaking amazing presence.
Yeah.
So I can see that. That's a lot coming at you.
Yes, and this is the thing, is like, we want the love, and the reality is that the love is terrifying until it's not. Which is why we're all like, I don't know, no thanks, maybe a little bit, but
is
just
it
like,
less terrifying than it once was?
Yes, much.
Yeah.
Much. You build a tolerance.
A tolerance for love.
You build a tolerance for the vulnerability.
Oh, okay.
You get go through, you break through these little membranes.
Yeah.
And then what once used to really make me be like, I'm like, oh yeah, I can do that now. That feels all right.
Bring it on.
Yeah, let's do it.
Well, that's all awesome. I'm curious though, since we're talking about family, if you don't mind, like sharing, like, how are you instilling this new paradigm into your daughters? Like, or trying to, when, they're out in the world, they're experiencing the exact opposite.
They are.
They're being taught the exact opposite.
Yeah. So a couple things. I don't let them watch rom-coms. And in the things that we do watch, let's just take The Little Mermaid, for instance. It's like, the music's great. It's all really great. They love mermaids. And, I'm the mom that's like, let's pause this for a minute. Side note, never give up your voice for anybody. This is not a thing that happens. This is never necessary. So don't do it, okay? And they're like, can you move? Yes, okay. And then also letting them, it's my prayer as their mother, okay, is to let them be exactly who they are and never make them a problem. And help them to have all of their feelings in real time. So the way that shows up, because as I said, their daughter, it's like they say they're female, their daughters, they're, this is what they're doing, is when they get really upset and flip out, to not shut it down. Is to be like, hard. You are super angry, and we got to figure out how you can be super angry and not smash a thing, or like, let's find a different thing for you to smash, you know?
And when that happens in public, how does that go down?
I deal with how uncomfortable I am and other people's judgment, and remember that I don't give a shit. And that other people this is what I do. This is what I do. You do this for a living. The other people that are uncomfortable about this and staring at you, they have to deal with their discomfort. This is not a problem. They are having feelings, and could potentially be an instruction for everybody.
Yeah.
And wow, I really hate this. I wish they would shut up. Yeah. And then we'll have the talk. Okay, so you can have your big feelings, and you need to be mindful that other people are having an experience about that.
Reacting.
They're having a reaction to your behavior.
Yeah.
So can you have your feelings and notice that your behavior is a part of what is happening in the world, and how do you want that to be?
Yeah. And do you feel like they are getting that?
Yes, they're getting that. Yeah. They're super intelligent.
They are super intelligent.
Yeah, they're getting that, of just like, you have an impact. How you behave and what you do with yourself affects other people, and it's important, you know? And racism is super on deck for us, you know? Because they go to a school that is predominantly white, where 2 black girls left. Their mom took them out of the school because they were being called the N-word.
Oh, wow.
And the school didn't do anything.
Wow.
And so there are a number of options. To pretend that didn't happen, which is basically the practice of the school. Or to tell them the truth about everything, which we did. And they were like, that's really upsetting. We don't like that. We are upset. And then now what comes up, which this is a white person problem, of, the truth of what happened makes white people really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Right? So we do. So they know. I did not tell them not to tell anybody at their school. It's like, they're going to a different school next year. And when kids ask why, they say, because of the racism at this school, and that the school doesn't care about it. So through codependency, different language would be used, which is, it just wasn't a good fit for those girls. Right. No, that's not true.
That's not authentic,
right? So these are the ways that we codepend our language, so that all of the people feel more comfortable about the intensely uncomfortable traumatic experience that the 2 black children had to go through.
Right. Wow.
And they're in it.
Your daughters.
Yeah, they are saying, we're not, when their kids are like, are you going to be in that? They're like, no, the school's racist. We're not doing it.
That's amazing.
It's a big deal.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure the other kids have no idea even how to
Well, they might go home and they might say, hey, what's racism?
Yeah.
And they're very uncomfortable, or uncomfortable parents, might say, oh, wow, this is uncomfortable.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, white supremacy is dependent upon the comfort of white people, the emotional comfort of white people.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
many layers.
Making their discomfort. Wow. You're uncomfortable, and so what? It's not a problem. Let's make other people uncomfortable.
See how they do. Speaking of, I guess it's along those lines, but it's sort of weaved into everything that you've been saying. And on your website, it says, at the heart of this work is learning how to be together in a good way, accepting ourselves and others exactly as they are. And that could be dealing with racism, or, however you want to say it.
That's right.
Which, sounds great to a point.
Yes.
But are there boundaries to that? I mean, is there if someone's being abusive to you in a relationship?
So acceptance doesn't mean necessarily ambivalence. It's about the relationship with reality and not having a fantasy. Okay, so acceptance is, the neighborhood I live in is racist. I accept that. It's like, I'm not going to pretend that's not happening. And I'm going to do what's mine to do about it, which is not be cool with it.
Yeah.
And not,
not ignore it.
Not ignore it and not make the people who want to perpetuate that, hatred feel comfortable about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's acceptance isn't like, oh, you're an abusive asshole and that's cool. It's, oh, I see what you're showing me about yourself. I accept that is real.
You accept that person is an asshole, and then it's up to you to choose how to react to it.
Yeah. And
that
like,
makes sense.
here's what I'm going to do about it.
Yeah.
And then having an honest conversation with myself about it.
That makes sense.
Yeah, there's it's not like a blanket, so it's a practice.
Yeah.
Right? It's a practice. It's like, it isn't like, and now if you do this, everything will be great. Fuck no. If you do this, it is a way. It's a path. It's a practice of honesty.
Yeah.
And
There's
truth.
still going to be challenges.
Oh my
it's
God.
still going to be
Yes.
like tough times.
Yes,
it's
you're gonna
not
be upset.
all wine and roses.
No.
Yeah.
No. And this is what's great about it. Is like, yes, have your discomfort, have your upset, have your hard feelings, and do it anyway. Do what's loving anyway. Do what feels like it's in alignment with your integrity anyway, and notice, like, is this helpful? Am I actively participating in the more loving world I want to create?
Yeah. Yeah. And science has been like showing that allowing all these feelings, recognizing all these feelings, like expressing them however that is in a drawing or screaming or dancing or however it is actually way healthier than like keeping it all inside and like tying it all down to please other people.
That's right. And if you feel better, potentially you won't be running around trying to make other people fucking illegal. Because you feel good.
Yeah.
You're not a problem.
You're not trying to bring other people down because you feel like shit.
That's right. Yeah. Or I feel powerless, so I'm going to make you illegal so that I can stay in power.
Right.
Yeah. It's like, oh, okay. No one's going anywhere. No one's fucking going anywhere. No one's going anywhere. So it's like, by now, we could be like, oh, let's be together.
Yeah.
How can we be together?
Yeah.
In a way where you can thrive, I can. How can we do that? A really good entry way, a gateway drug is vulnerability. I'm afraid I have no control and everyone is going to come take all my shit. Okay, we get that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nobody wants anything from you.
Yeah.
It's going to be okay.
Why are you laughing right now?
Because it's so funny when you break it down like that. Like, I'm afraid people are going to come take my rice. Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Here's some love.
Yeah.
No one's going to take anything from you.
Yeah, and I feel like there's this sort of like, whether it's right or wrong, that like when there's way less people and things were in smaller communities of a couple hundred people, it was more that way. Like, this could just be a myth that we've formulated.
That's right.
Where everyone was like more sharing for the common good and
I think everyone was a lot more connected.
Yeah, to
everyone
themselves, to the
sitting
earth.
around, talking in real life.
Yeah, because they had nothing else to do.
Making food together, building houses together, having babies together, right? So it's this connectedness of everyday life. We were in relationship in a real way. It's like you would see someone have, it's just like, oh, it's all vulnerable all the time because our survival depends on it.
It depends on it. Yeah.
Now it doesn't, but it does.
Yeah, we think it doesn't.
We're under the illusion that it doesn't. Yes, but it does.
It does,
and it's the good news.
How so?
Well, there's options. There's choice. Yeah, it's just like, oh, great. Let's try that again. Let's try what being more connected and understanding each other does. Which is it's so great because we can do it more than we ever have. It's like the information. It's like it's all right there. You want to know something about something?
It's really all right there.
God, wow. Wow. Yeah. And I believe in it. I really do. I believe in that there's so much love in the world. It just doesn't really get the hype. And that anybody, you know, it's like the really vulnerable thing to do and the uncomfortable thing to do is go ahead and try and get connected with someone that you think you know something about that you disagree with. Yeah, there's a guy in my town who's lovely and was, you know, is like Trump flags all over the place. And I was just like, oh my God, you're like this. And finally I was just like, okay, well, I do tell other people to do this. So I guess I should like,
I guess I gotta walk the walk.
And I was like, dude, what the fuck? Explain this to me.
Yeah.
And he was like, I'm so glad you asked. I put those up in the hopes that people would want to have conversations with me. And I was like, okay, tell me all about it.
Wow.
I love my kids. I want my community to be safe. I want, you know, and then a bunch of other things that I was like, okay, I don't agree, whatever, I don't agree with. But I was like, oh yeah, you love your kids.
Yeah.
You want your,
So do you.
Yeah. And he was like, this was what I wanted, connection. I wanted to know. And after we had that conversation, the reality is this, is like, I felt more loving towards him, you know?
Yeah.
And I had a bunch of other opinions and
more
whatever,
empathy
but I was like, oh, that's what I'm saying. Let's do that.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
It's not any new news, but yeah, we got to get out of the bubbles, right? Yeah.
Yes. And this idea that we have that we know so much about everybody. No one knows shit about anyone or anything. Nobody does.
Yeah.
You know, but like,
no idea what your neighbor's going through.
No.
Yeah.
But what a great opportunity to get curious and potentially make a very terrifying and vulnerable invitation to find out. You know, it's a lot more vulnerable than thinking you know a bunch of stuff.
Yeah. Then you know everything and have all the answers.
That's right.
Yeah. Got it. Yeah, a little bit, about 10 minutes or so left.
I can't
just like
believe
that. I don't want to, try and keep these to like an hour.
Yes.
But we haven't really talked too much about loss. How does loss show up in codependency?
Oh God, it's so great. Oh, it's the whole deal. Is let me be so hyper vigilant about everything because I am so terrified that the love is going to be taken away and people will not love me or people will not like me. It's all about, it is loss motivated, for sure.
Codependency is loss motivated.
Yes, I must manipulate and control because if I let go and I drop the ball, everything will go away.
Right.
Right? And the great news is everything is going to go away. We're not wrong.
We're
not wrong.
100% right.
Yeah, it's so crazy. It's like, we're not wrong.
Yeah.
Okay? And this is another really brilliant medicine teaching. Every single thing that you love, that you have ever loved, that has loved you is going to go away. It's true. And you have two choices. Well, you probably have a lot of choices, but let's just break it down. You can either be terrified your entire life and manipulate and control everything because of that terror, or you can honor it vastly because it's temporary.
Yeah.
You know, the loss is inevitable. Everyone knows it.
Right.
It's the one thing, two things everybody's doing no matter what as it stands right now. Getting born through a person with a uterus. Gen X is catching on.
Yep.
And dying. The two things we all have in common.
Yeah.
Just the one way in, the one way out. Okay. And it's the thing that we have in common that we deny the most, that we ignore the most.
100%.
Right?
Yeah.
So the medicine said to me one time, if you were really paying attention, you would be bawling every second of your life because of how precious and temporary and vast and beautiful it is. Which is one of the great things about having any master medicine in your body.
Yeah.
Is fuck yeah, you're doing that. At some point, usually in the ceremony, you're like, oh my God, I can't believe, it's like, that's how you know a master medicine is a master it's like, and it's distracting.
Yeah.
Right? How would you go to work? How would you let your
function?
kids go to, how would you ever stop looking into the eyes of your beloved? Right?
Yeah.
So you're given this healthy dose of denial, right?
Mm-hmm.
Of all
Right.
of this is going to last forever. Everything is going to stay.
Right.
So I think the beautiful thing about loss in my life, if I'm paying attention, and it's interesting because it's everywhere, right? Especially in motherhood, it's like, nah, your baby turns into a toddler, it's all going, right? And then if you are lucky enough to experience someone that you love dying, loss it's a portal for vulnerability. And it is a necessary contrast to love. The bigger the loss, the bigger the love.
Yes, this is true.
You know? And it's like, I am at a point now where there has been so much loss, and I know there will be more. And it's so obvious. And I think maybe I've drank enough gallons of medicine that I revere the loss with the same reverence as the love. Like I'm just, which is helpful when my kid is being wicked annoying, of just like, this is going to be a moment in time that will be gone.
Yeah, that
and
you will then
they'll
lose.
be 30 and it will be gone.
Do you think one of those is a bigger teacher, loss or love?
They cannot exist without each other.
Yeah.
They can't. It's just not in this paradigm, not in this dimension.
Right.
They can't, you know? And it's like really being able to soften, I think, to that duality and respect them both. You know, it's like codependency for sure. The first, however, 40 years of my life, it's like, ew, I don't like it, it's yucky, I don't want to see it. Oh, that's
Right.
bad, that's upsetting me. Nestor the long-eared donkey, I can't watch that, it's sad, the donkey dies, and, you know,
Yeah.
blah, blah. This was a form of codependency. I don't want to look at the things that make me sad.
Wow.
And then the great thing about death, especially if it's like, you know, both my dads died, my teacher George died, like these very important, is like, you must, and all of your thoughts about it are far more weirder and upsetting than the actual reality of the beauty of grief.
Yeah.
And then you can see, I was like, oh, it is all about the love. The loss is all about the love.
Wow. Yeah.
Because there it is. You can't. It's so great. And I don't want more of it. I'm not like, oh, I don't want it.
You don't want to get beaten up over
That's
it.
right. That's right. But here we are. It's just
yeah,
being able to feel it, let myself feel it, is just like it's a portal to absolutely feel more love at the same time.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
It's so human being earthy.
Well, I just want to quickly share one little thing. What came up for me when you were like, you know, codependency is all based on loss.
Yeah.
Which just sharing in my past, and I still do it to this day. I have to catch myself all the time.
Yeah.
Is, you know, if I upset Tiffany, my wife.
Yeah.
And you know, she counteracts or
Yeah.
counter argues or something.
Yeah.
I tend to get defensive.
That's right.
And that's the codependency coming through, because my defensiveness is my way of trying to show that she's wrong and that I'm right. And so you can't love me less, and I won't lose you that way.
That's right.
So no, you're not right.
That's right. That's right. Conditional and transactional love.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
If I defend my position, you will see.
Yeah.
You owe me.
Exactly. So still working on that.
It's good.
Better than it was.
Well, and what a great thing to be able to do with somebody.
Yeah.
What a brilliant life spent.
Yeah.
Is in every, place that you would assume is opposition or defense is an opportunity to open your hat more.
Yeah. Beautiful.
You're good at it.
Well, helps to know people like you. I'm just, before we wrap up here, is there anything that we haven't touched on or that comes up for you, or something you'd like to express around codependency or love or loss or plant medicine?
I mean, I don't know. I feel like the thing I just want to say is Yeah, it's possible for any human being to be more loving anytime they want. Anytime you want. None of the stuff that we're talking about is like some weird special skill set that some special person it's not like that. It's like anybody can choose to be more loving and less hateful anytime. It's all right here.
Period.
There's no special clubs.
Yeah. Period. Yeah. End of story.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if like I can be more loving and less codependent, anybody can. Anybody can.
Yeah.
Anybody can. And yeah, want that, not because of anything other than you probably will like it. Probably like it more.
I think you will. Yeah.
I like it more.
I like it more. Yeah.
Yeah.
Erika, where can people find you online?
This is my favorite part. People can find me online at www.erikawright.org, and I have a whole bunch of online courses and classes and ways you can work with me and all that stuff. And then on Instagram, which is Erika Wright HCD, and yes, just Google it. You'll find me.
That's Erika with a K and Wright,
yes.
Wright WRIGHT.
That's right. Wouldn't it be funny if it was RIGHT?
So right. ErikaSoRight.com.
That's right. That's right.
Awesome. Thanks, Erika.
I love you so much.
I love you too.
And thank you for writing a book that will be so helpful.
It'll get out there one of these days.
Yeah, it's just, I can't wait to read it.
Yeah.
So thanks for
doing
doing
it. Maybe you get an advanced copy.
Autographed.
All right. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you next time.